Hello and welcome to Color Up Live. Today I don't have anything planned. It's really just an Ask Me Anything session. So if you have questions, I'm here live and ask me anything. So I do have a table set up. So if you want to, if I need to show you anything or whatever, we can hop on over to the table. But otherwise, I'm just here chilling, hanging out, and, just chatting with you guys. We got Jeff. Jeff's in the house. Good evening, Jeff. Hype Juice 503. How's it going? H2O. I don't even know how to say it. Oh, Navy Vet Matt. Loves my content. Thanks. That's awesome. So I'm just looking for questions. Really, I don't have anything planned tonight. Yeah, just relaxing. And saying hi. Jeff asks, what is the safest bet? That is a very good question. The lowest house edge bet is the don't pass. So I would say that's probably the safest bet. Now, a lot of people will say you need to follow up the pass or the don't pass. They're basically the same. They're only off by like 10 or a few 1/100ths of a percentage difference. But like, let's say the pass line, a lot of people say you have to back it up with odds. And while it is a 0% house edge, it's not safe. You're actually adding more money when you're most likely to lose. So you do get paid fair. You get paid at the true odds. But is it the safest? I don't know. So I would say the safest is probably just a pass or a don't pass line bet. Lucas says hello. Hello, Lucas. Sam Italiano, how's it going? GKG Basketball Life asks, what's the best strategy to prolong your bankroll and earn comps? I can't think of off the top of my head, but I've rolled a couple, let me look here, a couple strategies that I would say would be very good for that. I'm looking through all the videos here. I did one recently, actually. How to Win at Craps, $150 bankroll. That's a really good one. How to Win at Craps, Safe and Slow, win with $30. That's another good one. I have a few on there, so. Chris Wilson. How are you doing, Chris? Toothpick Productions. I watch his channel. Howdy from California, Toothpick Ted. Laura says, hi, my wife is Laura, I'm Don. Oh, Don must be on his wife's account. How you doing, Don? Thanks for stopping in tonight. Safest bet is no bet, but I hate safe. Yeah, well, I guess no bet would not be considered a bet, so it couldn't be the safest bet. What's up, Clifton? How are you doing? 36 Full Press, Ohio representing. What's up? Do you have a good method for playing the don't pass line? I don't know what you mean by good method. I don't show a lot of don't methods on my channel. They're not everyone's favorite, but yeah, basically just anything that you see in the past, you can do on the reverse. So there's so many. I should do more don't pass, even though most of you guys aren't out there. H2O, I'm watching your videos, like them, learned a lot. Cool, thank you, appreciate that. Why no more dark side? I will. I'll get back to them. I just, you know, not as many people watch them or care about them. 36 press. How often do you play? Not very often. Like I haven't played in like a month or two. I guess just because it's like a 3-4 hour round trip for me to head down to Blackhawk. But the safest bet is the odds. Laura, I don't know. I kind of explained that. It is 0% house edge, but I don't know that I would consider it the safest. You're always at a disadvantage. At least if you bet the pass, that first roll, you do have a 2-to-1 advantage. So I think we should switch the standard playing to the don't side and get better odds. That's from Navy Vet Matt. Yeah, it is slightly better. I think that the trick is that people don't like, and someone asked me this earlier in my comments, people don't like to, what do we have here? Vegas Dice Controller, got a new subscriber. Awesome, thank you. I don't know if you're in the chat. This just pops up randomly. I get a bunch of subscribers every day, so. Or was I? Oh yeah, so most people don't like to lay more odds to win back less. So that's usually why and that happens with lay bets, the odds on the don't. That's usually the case. So people don't like to lay more to win back less, but you're betting the favorite. So it's just how people prefer to bet the underdog and win more, even though they have less of a chance of winning. Can you turn your mic volume down a bit? Well, you could turn your computer down. I'm not being mean or anything. I think I'm just excited. I'll calm down a little bit. It's not peaking or anything, so I'm sitting on a nice strong signal without peaking, it looks like. Iron cross or 3-point molly? For me, I would say the 3-point molly. But I like different variations of the iron cross. So I don't know. If I'm going to use the field, I'm not going to stay in the field. It'll just be minimal. Why don't you bet behind the pass line after the point is established in your favorite method? Yeah, so I kind of got to that at the very end of last week's live stream. And I've mentioned it here a couple times already. And that is on the come out. On the come out roll, you have a 2-to-1 advantage. So dealer Jeff, that's his strategy really. He likes to add all the odds when you have, or not all the odds, all the money, you know, keep pressing that when you have the advantage. The 7's most likely to roll, and you have that. There's 8 ways to roll. The 7 and 11 versus 4 ways for the craps numbers. So you have a 2-to-1 advantage for that roll. So that's where he likes to put his money. Now after there's a point established, at that point, you're the underdog on whatever the point number is. So you load up your money on a number that you're most likely to lose. It just, you can do it and it pays true odds. So if you hit the number, you hit that long shot, you will get paid true odds, which is great. But, you know, I don't like to load up my money there necessarily. But it is, statistically, mathematically, it is a better way to play. It is interesting though, the casinos, like if you go take one of their free classes, they always tell you, load up on the odds, load up on the odds. I don't think they're there trying to do anyone a favor. They're there to get as much money of yours into action as possible. So, Craig D, have you tried playing your favorite strategy with $20 don't pass instead of pass? No, I haven't. I want to kind of move on. I've done so many videos about my favorite strategy, but it would be interesting to kind of reverse things, try the don't pass, or maybe, you know, laying the 4 and 10 or different things like that. I just haven't got around to it. Do you know of any good strategy emulators from Ross? Sorry, I think I'm shaking the camera every time I bump the table. Strategy emulators, no, not any good ones. I don't know. Don't pass. Let's see it. Where are we? Boy, I got a lot of comments here. Can't stay, but I'm checking in. Back to work for me. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Clutch Pyro. We'll see you later. Laura's favorite is the Iron Cross with pass, line, and odds. All right. A lot of people like playing that way. Full Press says his blender is badass. Okay. I haven't actually checked it out. I check on his videos and his updates, but I haven't. I should show you how many channels I'm subscribed to. I can't watch them all. But I know it exists, and I just haven't got to it. Ken, he's talking about trends again. Do you think betting on trends that each shooter is throwing is a good bet? And I will do a video on trends, Ken. Thanks for stopping in tonight, and I appreciate the emails and kind of going back and forth with you. Trends do exist. It's a real thing. Usually you can recognize them after the fact. The trouble with betting on trends is, let's say you keep seeing the 6 pop up every couple rolls, and then you put a bunch of money on the 6, you're following that trend, and then you never see the 6 again. So the trick with trends is they start and stop all the time. So, you know, you can see patterns and trends, but how to capitalize on it, I'm not real sure, because they can just change on a dime. So Clifton asks, can you explain what a put bet is? Sure, it's just like, it's a pass line bet, but it's after the come out roll. So hopefully my stream's not, it's giving me a warning here. So let's say, actually, you know what? Let's head over to the table and take a look at that. All right. I need to turn on my light here. So this is a preview of a video that's coming out Thursday, so a little sneak peek. Now let's move this over here. All right, hopefully you can still hear me over here. Okay, so let's say, I don't know why you would want to make a put bet, but you can. So the dice roll, and well, 12 craps, that's not going to give us a number. Let's say, okay, a 7 on the come out, still no good. Still looking for a point. And an 8, okay. So the point's an 8. For whatever reason, you didn't make a pass line bet, so you're now not on the 8. Well, without a pass line bet, you can't add odds. So in 8, you like that number, you want to make a bet. Maybe you just walked up to the table late and the game's already in session. You can make a pass line bet after the point has been established, and that's called a put bet. Now that is a very poor bet. That's a bad bet. And the reason why is because I mentioned earlier, on the come out roll, you have that 2-to-1 advantage. So what you're doing is giving up that advantage. You're skipping when you actually have the advantage. The point's established. Now you're making a bet, and now you're an underdog. You're a 5 to 6 underdog. The only reason you would do this is so you can play a lot of odds. Now I think in many of my other videos I talked about you need to play at least 5 times odds or more to get paid more than a equivalent place bet. So if you're going to pay 4, 3, 2, 1 times odds behind this put bet, it doesn't make sense. Just make a place bet. But if you're going to do, let's see, that's 5 times odds. Maybe you're at a 10 times odds table and you like the number, you could make a put bet, and this will pay more than a $55 place bet. So that is a put bet. I would not advise it. If you're going to play that way, bet on the pass line for the come out rolls so you have that advantage of winning, and then add your odds. Sorry, I need like a cough button or something. All right, hopefully that helped. Delando says he won $170 with a 3-point molly a couple days ago. Cool. Peacemon, when you're playing craps and the table says minimum of $10, does that mean $10 per a number? Or can you split your $10 across the table? No. So you see the little placard, whenever it's listed the minimum bet, in this case $10, each individual bet has to be at least $10. So if you're going to bet the pass, that's a $10. Maybe you want to bet on the 9, $10. The 5, that would be another $10. The 6 and 8, you would want to put $12 on each of those because you always want it increments of 6. Now, the only case that wouldn't be is the center of the table. So the proposition bets, the hard ways, the horn bet, the 12, 11, whatever. Those proposition bets, they'll usually let you bet $1 and they don't require the table minimum. Now, some tables, they can change the minimum up even for those bets. So say it's like a $25, $50 minimum table. Sometimes those prop bets will be $5 or more, I guess they could be. But usually the minimum table, yeah, that what they say is per bet. So I'm thinking of, by the way, this is kind of a side thought. I'm thinking of moving these live videos. They don't get a whole lot of views. I appreciate everyone who does come and checks these things out, and I love talking to you guys. But as far as the overall health of the channel, they don't get that many views. So I'm thinking about doing maybe every other Monday for a live schedule or something. So what do you guys think about that? Plus, the other thing is I get behind on content, videos I want to get out, dice advice, strategies I want to create. I've got, my list is huge. I'll show you here in a second if someone reminds me. Anyway, I'm thinking of moving my schedule a little bit to every other week. Jeffrey McDowell, howdy, Captain of the Cubes. How was the vacation? It was good. So Jeffrey's always in my Facebook messages. It's funny. Speaking of Facebook, if you guys don't know, I have an Instagram account. It's just Color Up Club. And I post a picture every day there, or I have so far for the last 10 days or so. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, check it out. They're just pictures with dice in the shot. So wherever I'm at, I take pictures of dice. John Lane just subscribed. Cool. Thank you, John, if you're out there. What are two best strategies to combine them together? Pay both at the same time. I don't know what you're asking. If you combine two strategies, I guess it becomes one, so I'm not sure. What do you think of Vince's place the numbers to fund field bets? Again, I've watched a lot of Vince's stuff. I'm not familiar with that particular one. Hyperjuice, what's the most rolls you have thrown before crapping out? Mine was 25. It's 70 out, by the way. You don't crap out. But I don't know. I don't know if I've kept track. I think 20, in low 20s maybe. In a video I filmed today, I rolled 25. So that was interesting. Hey, Color Up, I went to Vegas with your beginner tutorial and won $300 on a $10 craps table. I didn't play odds, and the dealers were giving me a lot of crap about it. So I usually don't cuss. Why is that? I even tipped them. Just because they're conditioned and trained to say always bet the odds. Again, you won $300, I would not listen to them. And if they were giving you a real hard time and not just kind of kidding you, I would have stopped tipping too. You don't need that grief. But yeah, the odds is a great bet if you have the bankroll because it pays at true odds. If you went and you're a beginner and you don't have that much of bankroll, don't bet it. All it does is change the variance. It doesn't actually help you win more or lose less mathematically because it's zero odds. It doesn't affect the bet, your pass line bet. You're still losing on that pass bet, a small percentage to the house. So if you get on a hot streak, adding odds, you'll win more. If you get on a cold streak, adding odds, you lose more. So it really, I don't know what to say, but I wouldn't worry about them guys or what other people say. Vegas Dice Controller. That's a new name. I don't recognize that. Thanks for checking out the live chat. I don't know if with a name like that, you might have a channel out to check you out. 36 Press says, go Browns. Yeah, I'm super excited about the season this year. Super excited. Hopefully we can win at least our division this year. I'm not going to go crazy or anything, but I think we can be competitive for the division. Hi, any strategies for crapless craps? They just put in last week by me. Defo Flag. Any place betting strategy is going to work the same. Any pass line strategy is a little difficult. The house edge jumps up to like over 5%, and you can end up with points of 2, 3, 11, and 12. Very difficult to hit your points if you're playing any sort of pass strategy. So I don't know. I haven't shown any crapless crap strategies on my channel. I should, but none of them are great just because it's not a great game. It really is not. Lucas, what about the don't come bets with place bets on 6 and the 8? Yeah, actually, that strategy is my most popular video. I forget what it's called. How to win with $50 or something. I don't know what it is. If you sort my videos by most viewed or something like that, you'll find it. And I do just that. I start with the don't, well, it's don't pass and then add the 6 and 8. So it's kind of a little bit of a hedge, but if they're shooting well, you get paid on the 6 and 8. And then if they 7 out, you know, you don't take a big hit because you're on the don't. Recently, the vid with the dealer, he brought some insurance for any craps bought. Was wondering why he didn't play the horn, cover more numbers, plus slightly better payout. Well, the horn is a little more expensive. Obviously, you have to pay $4. And let's see, he didn't need to cover the 11 because that was already a winner. So he only needed to cover the 2, 3, and 12, the craps numbers. Yeah. And the horn, yeah, it just depends on what numbers hits. Come play craps in a hurricane in Florida. I have a full-size table. Chris Wilson, thanks for the invite. I lived in Florida for about 18 years down in the southwest corner of Naples. Yeah, so I've been through my share of hurricanes. So they're not, my wife always enjoys them, but they're not the funnest thing. But there's no real dice and balls in Florida, so no. Wish you would do more don't pass. Jay Hargraves. Well, you're in the minority, Jay. Have you done a video on the all tall, all small? No, I have not. In the fire bet, I have done a video on the fire bet. I do need to do the all tall, small, which is a lot more popular game. Are casinos disallowing dice setting? I've heard of a couple. There's one up on, oh, I forget where it is, Northern Nevada, State Line, I think it is, somewhere up there. And they have a plaque that don't allow dice setting. So I don't know why they're sweating dice setters. Nowhere else does. It might just because some guys just take too long. "36 says, I play tons of dark, right? Blackhawk, all right. Sam asks, when you throw, are you random or dice setter? If setter, what set? I am a random thrower, but I can tell you, look, check this out. Now, I don't know, I'm not saying that I'm going to be a dice setter or anything, but I got 2 very popular books on the subject, and really it's just because I haven't read them yet, but I want to be versed on everything there is to know about craps out there. So I need to hear from the top gurus on the subject. And yeah, so I'll read up on it. And we'll see. We'll go from there. Excuse me. Michael Hall says you're better off living 3 to 4 hours away from any casino. That's probably true. Although my personality, I'm not a risk taker, which is funny. I run a popular gambling channel, but I'm not a huge risk taker. So I've never brought more than $300. Well, I've brought more, but I would never play more than $300. I like a $200 amount, which is a fair entertainment budget for me. But yeah, I'm not a risk taker, so we're actually considering, after my daughter finishes, she's in her junior year, so 2 more years. I'm talking to my wife about moving up. I have some family up there, and there's casinos and everything else, but I'm talking about moving to Reno. So yeah, have more access to casinos. Different reasons. There's different reasons I'm considering it, but when playing 6 and 8 come out strategy with $30, how do you explain to the dealers you don't want to play odds? They told me I was stupid not to. Adam, again, don't worry what they say. The odds, again, there's a reason the casino always tells you to add odds. There's not much more I could say on the subject. They love you to put more money in action on the game. The dealers, you know, they really are on your side, but I think they've just been conditioned so much. But it's a 0% house edge. It doesn't matter whether you make it or not. It doesn't. I show a video a long time ago I've done. No matter whether you pay 100 times odds or 0 odds, you're still on the hook for 1.4% of your pass line. So you're going to lose, was it 14 cents on every $10? Is that right? Of your pass line bet. So the odds do not make a difference. Again, if you hit a positive streak, you win more. If you hit a negative streak, you lose more. So, you know, say you play a bunch of odds. Ask them this next time a dealers tell you to play odds. If you lose all of your odds, ask them if they'll reimburse you. I don't know. I don't know why that gets me going. It's just, we're all, all the books, casinos, everyone teaches odds, but at 0%, it doesn't matter whether you do it or not. It is good if you have the bankroll, I should say. I need to make that very clear. Vegas Dice, we need to change the day. You're up against Monday Night Football. Try Tuesday, Wednesday as best. I mentioned that on my first live stream. We'll see how it goes. Again, have me on, heck, I might have the game on the other TV. I'm not too worried about Monday Night Football. I know I would say most of us are going to love the game, but plus I think, let's see, usually doesn't it start like 9 o'clock or something ridiculously late? Do we don't is the safest bet. I have a video on the do we don't. It is not the safest bet. You can check out my video on it, Jeff. Ever come out to Atlantic City or Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods? No, I'm supposed to go. Oh, I thought I had a different hat on. I'm supposed to go up to New Hampshire to a casino there. And I think since I'm in the area and I haven't been up there, I need to stop by and visit all those casinos. Walter deleted his message. Okay. I played beginner strat with no odds, as color up suggests. I won $300 and dealers were giving me a lot of stick for it, even though I tipped every time I won. Wonder why. Okay, you're just repeating a comment. I think I've already answered that. Audio sounds fine. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the awesome videos, Johnny. Cool. Toothpick says sounds fine here. Cool. Billie Jean, volume up, not down. Okay. I don't know what... audio is fine. That's funny, I'm just now hearing the audio comments, so the delay is really weird on this thing. We like the dark side, please do more. Thank you, Thomas. Some casinos will not let you come down on come bets. Which one is correct? There shouldn't be any casino that lets you bring a come bet down. Pass line and come bet are the only contract bets in the game. So if someone lets you take it down, it was a dealer mistake. They have to have it up afterwards because that first roll, you have the advantage. So if they let you bring a come bet down, we would beat the casinos because we would only pay the pass for the come out roll. And after that, we would just pull it down, and they can't have that. They need their chance to win back the money. What is worse, playing hard ways or field? Worse is playing the hard ways. The field is like 5% edge. If you could find a table that pays triple, it's under 3. And the hard ways, actually, I don't know that offhand. Let me look it up real quick. I think they're like 10%. Hard way bet house edge. Let's see here. I could be wrong. Let's see. It might be close. I don't think so, though. The hard way 6 and 8, 9%. The hard way 4 and 10, 11%. Yeah, pretty poor bets. So that's almost like slot machine category. So yeah, people who talk about the field and then they play hard ways, it makes no sense because the field bet is at least twice as good when you're looking at the house edge as a hard way bet. Jay says, you are awesome. Thank you, I appreciate that. Blackjack player, is there a way I can learn about pressing? I'm a rookie. Well, I have a couple videos on pressing, so check them out in my catalog and you'll see them in my archives. Walter, hey man, keep doing such great content. Love your videos. I've learned a few strategies and won a bit of money on the local casinos in Puerto Rico. Oh, very cool. Do or don't pass with Jeff. Is that the table you use behind you? It is. That's the table. Oh, yeah, that's the table. So just a kitchen table. It's not a real table. I don't have walls. I have the one little wall with the diamond pyramids, but that's relatively new in the last few months. But before that, I just threw up against a box. So I never ate my dinner, so I got a little pizza here, some very bad. This is very unhealthy. Don't eat this way. Little lemonade. I'm not going to stick on here too long, but I want to get through everyone's questions if I can. Billy Jeans, I know it is annoying and you feel like an a-hole. Again, yeah, don't worry about what people say at the table. It's your money. Full 36 press. I like your vids. Yep. Can you do a video using the 5 count? I probably should. I need to do that. It's on my list, but my list is huge. Pete Warner says wind craps. I think he's referring to back to an earlier question about a good simulator. I have heard a lot about wind craps, but I am a Mac user, and as far as I know, it's Windows based only. I guess I can get an emulator or something, but no thanks. Which has better odds to play, bubble craps or table craps? It's the same game. Wind craps is good, says Jeff Gold. Do you ever play crapless tables, playing all the numbers, confident on your ability to roll? James Simmons. No, I don't play crapless tables, but I would consider going across place bets on all the numbers. Again, I wouldn't do pass line bets and get stuck with trying to hit it. You know, try to hit a couple numbers and then come down. It'd be interesting. What about paying all number positive and one negative? I don't know what you mean. I guess you're saying like maybe you're gonna place bet on all the numbers and then maybe like one doing a lay bet or something like that. A lot of people do that. they'll make a place bet on the inside numbers and then lay the 4 and 10. Billie Jean asks, what do you mean by crapless tables? So there's some tables out there that just don't have they don't have the don't pass or don't come bet. So you can't bet the dark side against the numbers. The problem is your point can be 2, 3, 11, and 12, which are very unlikely to hit. I saw your video where you teach your son craps. Did he stick with it? Well, he's not of age to play it. He's still not 21. And shortly after that video, he shipped off to Poland. He's working overseas. He's been there for most of the year, and he's coming home soon in October. So looking forward to that. Deployed. What do you really think is better, do or don't? Jay, from Jay. Really, because the math is so close, I don't think either is better or worse. So they do have some advantages. If you're playing the do, you win more money than you bet, which is nice. Usually most of the tables betting that way. So if everyone hits on a number, everyone gets excited together. The don'ts have their advantages too. They're more likely to win. The thing I like about the don'ts too is, let's say you're playing a don't come strategy and you get up on all the numbers with a don't. You only lose one bet at a time. So like a 5 will lose, and then the 9 will lose, and then a 10 will lose, and hopefully you'll hit a 7 and win the rest of the bets. You go on the do side and you have all the numbers covered. That one roll knocks them all down. So it's just kind of a mentality, which way you like. But mathematics, they're so close. Just play the way you like. I test tons of strategy on my channel. I prefer DC on random shooters. Do you take any road other casino? United fly directly to Appleton, Wisconsin from Denver. I fly American because my wife works for American, but I've been all over the country playing. Not so much in the upper Midwest. As far as I've gone is like Cleveland. I haven't been to Detroit or up Michigan or Wisconsin way. Vegas dice. People looked at me like I was an idiot with 0 odds. I told them I'd rather have 2,500 pass with 1,000 pass line with 1,500 odds. Same risk, but I am 2-1. Okay, so you are a little confused there. If you are going to take odds, you do want a low amount on the pass line bet. After the roll, it's better. Because you're just going to get paid more. If you're going to have $5 on the pass with 15 in odds, if you're willing to risk $20, it's better to do it that way than to bet $15 and just $5 odds, or $10 and $10 odds. If you're going to play the odds, you probably want more money on the odds than the pass because you're only getting paid 1-to-1, but you do have that come out advantage. So if you're just playing the come out game, maybe don't even worry about the odds. But if you are going to play odds, that's where you want your money, just because you're going to get paid at true odds and paid better. Pete Warner says, odds on the dark side make more sense than the past. They are in your favor to win once the point is set. That is correct. You always have the advantage. The tricky part is you have to bet more to win back less, which that's why most people don't like to do it. You have more money at risk. You need a bigger bankroll. But you do have the advantage after the come out roll. And Pete just answered that. German Church, well done. Okay. Billie Jeans asked that question again. I think I've answered it before. They're rude because they're rude. Wait, are these already? Yeah, I'll get to your questions. You don't have to repeat them. Do you play hot bets? Personally, I do not. 10 tables suck. Well, if you get a $5 table, I prefer that because you can always bet $10. Some people actually prefer higher amount tables because it clears out the riffraff, or you know, maybe there's not as crammed or whatever reason. But some would say 15 stinks, some would say 25. I don't know. Play on what you could afford. Some people don't have an option just because the area of the country they live in. When you play, are you dark or light? Place come or don't come? Just because you do a lot of videos, wondering what you feel is best. Usually I feel what is best is the opposite of what I'm playing. So I've played both. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Again, the math is so close. I don't know that there's a best. It's just, it seems to always go the opposite of the way I'm betting. Again, 36, he likes higher table minimums. So some people do. Raul says, thank you, man, using strategies on your channel. I colored up 3 times this past weekend at Vegas. That is awesome. I will say it's not the strategies. It is, any strategy can work sometimes. None of them work all the time. And you're on a hot streak right now, or lucky streak, and it could come to an end. So don't think you're getting rich. What is your favorite conservative grind? I think that recent video I did on the $150 bankroll, I really like that one for some reason. What would you consider the best number of bets to play at one time? The amount that you could afford. I don't mind covering all the, with winnings, if I'm up, I don't mind covering all the numbers. All the box numbers. Pete says every other Monday would be better. Curious why you say that, but I'm thinking it would be. Do you switch strategies during a session, or do you go with one bankroll and one strategy? When do you switch? Between sessions. So it seems like if I switch, I'm always chasing. So I usually have an amount that I'm going to walk away with. Say I take $200. If I get down to 50 bucks, I'm out. If I come back another time, I'll do a different strategy maybe, but I'll stick with one strategy. Do the live stream once a month is good. Okay. So do it even less. You don't want to see me. You want to see more dice videos. Okay. Maybe. That might be a good idea, just once a month. What do you think about odds on come bet for 6 and 8? Come out strategy. Again, odds are great if you have the Bankroll forum. 36 full press. Quit pimping your channel. Adesh Patel, can you explain a horn bet? Yeah, it's a bet on the numbers. I don't know why it's called a horn. I'm thinking like around the horn. 2, 3, 11, and 12. So it's a $4 minimum bet. You cover the 2, 3, 11, and 12. Why is the C and E more popular than horn bets when horn pays better? It does and it doesn't. Depending on what number you roll. Do you ever make it to Laughlin? No. Sleepy has a channel. What's up, everyone? Practice, practice, practice. Do you only play for 10 players or longer, shorter? Asked Laura. Oh, that's probably because I say have a bankroll for enough for 10 shooters. If I'm doing well, hanging in there, yeah, I'll play all day, if I have the time. And if I obviously lose, I'll walk away. But usually I have enough to roll through 10 shooters. That's my minimum. Are you going to get a full-size table? I think I want to build a full-size table. but I need the room for it first. My wife says if I make enough money on YouTube, I can have the big room. But again, I think I'm moving, so hopefully I can get a garage or something, a room. You need quite a bit of room for a big table. John, I love virgin shooters. They don't understand the game, and for some reason they have long rolls. It seems that way sometimes. Any plans on more work with John? Learn to play craps. That was great. Yeah, hopefully. I actually have a call with him this Wednesday, so we'll see. What do you think about laying the 4 and 10? Sure. Aloha Mike, howdy, Littleton, Colorado here. Aloha Mike, if you're not on my local mailing list, I don't send out much. But if you're local, can meet me in Colorado, casinos, email me, colorupcraps@gmail.com. Tell me that you're local, and I'll put you on my Colorado specific mailing list. Billy Jean says he recommends a beginner strategy. Now, I'm not sure exactly what beginner strategy you're referring to. I have a lot of beginner strategies. Ladder 8 asks if there's an advantage to a lay bet versus a don't come bet. Ray from Virginia. It's kind of like the difference between a pass and a place bet. So lower house edge with the don't bet, you can't choose your number. Lay bets, you can bet against any number you want. You're not going to get paid true odds if you add odds on the don't. You get played lay odds, which are a little different. Of all the systems, 66 inside seems to be the best. I'm glad that's working for you. If you like the 66 inside, maybe you do it and then you regress down. Maybe you start lower and then start pressing up. There's so many variations of 66 inside. So Warren bought the Koji Ninja course, the Evolution Throw. Good luck with that. $36 won't play on a crapless table. Can you go to the table and explain the exotic bets like the horn bet and the aces bet? How do you all know each other so well? How do we know each other? This is a YouTube community. There's a lot of guys who have their own channels, a lot of comments. It's a pretty cool community. Get involved, stick around, comment, watch other videos, comment on their videos. You'll get to know people. Brett, what's up from New Hampshire? What's up? Hopefully I can get out there. Sure, I'll hop over to the table real quick for you. Who was that? Von Polo. It won't take long. All right. So I clean this up. So this is called the proposition bets, exotic bets, a lot of sucker bets. Yeah, so it's real simple. All these are, well, not these. Let me explain. So these are all, well, I won't talk about the hard way bets. These are hard way bets. Well, real simply, this is a bet on a 4. You see the pictures. This bet will stay up unless at easy 4, so like a 3 and 1, that would be a loser, and a 7 would lose. If it hits 4, 2 and 2, that would be a win of 7. You get 7, 2, 1. My table says 4, but it's the same as 7, 2, 1. So that's how all these work. You have to hit it just like the picture, the hard way, easy way, and a 7 loses. These are all just one roll bets here. So if you wanted to bet aces, toss the dealer $1. And sometimes these will pay 32-1. So again, my table is a little different, but you need to hit the 2. If you don't hit the 2, you lose, and that's one roll bet. So if you want to make this bet, you'd have to keep repeating it every single time. Same with all these other ones, 3, 11, and 12. Now a horn bet is basically all these at once. So the dealer could put you up like this. That's a horn bet. A lot of times if there's a marking, they'll take your $4 and put it in there. Now you've got the horn covered. Let's say if you do have a $4 horn bet and the 12 rolls, well, you'll win your $30, you're 30-1, but you'll lose this bet, and this bet, so you'll lose the $3. So usually it'll pay $27, you know, for these two if they hit, because the other bets are losers. So basically, it's 4 individual bets combined. Any craps, that's just a bet on any of the crap numbers, 2, 3, or 12. Craps, same thing. This is the same bet. So sometimes the dealers will put it there. Sometimes they'll put it there, just kind of how they're comfortable with betting it. This is a bet on the 11. So they could mark it, they could bet it there, they could put it there. Another bet is the world bet or world bet. It is basically 2, 3, 11, 12, and the 7. So sometimes you'll see a picture of a globe or something on a table, and it's a bet on all of basically the exotic numbers, the outside numbers, and the 7. So yeah, that's pretty much all of those bets. All right. Boomtown, state line near Reno just recently banned it within the last year. They must have been getting hit big lately. I would question that. Whoops, I need to switch back to my desk. Maybe they were getting hit big. My guess is they have other reasons. I don't know. I don't want to get into the dice control controversy. I want to let you know that I learned this game under fire, but I learned a lot more watching your videos. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. Although it's not Laura. I forgot you're on your wife's account. Sorry. Oh, I thought I was through my comments and then it just zips up. Jeez. Man, alive. Wow. I'm just going to... Holy cow. So many comments. Man, that's awesome. I appreciate it, guys. I do like the 30-minute videos than the 20-minute ones. What is your favorite casino to play craps in Las Vegas? Anything downtown. Do you want to play at the end of the month at Cripple Creek? Bird Dog is coming to Colorado and we're going to play. Let me know the dates. Let It Roll. I want to do a collab with Let It Roll soon, and I need it. I haven't been to Cripple Creek. It's a little bit longer drive. I think 3.5 hours, 4 hours one way for me, but I do need to get down there. So email me with the dates. Let It Roll. That would be cool. I got some work trips. Like I think in 2 weeks I'm going to Haiti, the country of Haiti, to do some work, and I got some other stuff going on. They don't give no points for odds. I play a lot for comps. Yeah. I don't know of any place that does. So if you play the odds, because there's no advantage, usually those don't get counted for comps. So that's something to think about. So they ask you to put a bunch of money on it, but yet they're not going to comp you for it, and you're most likely to lose. Again, why are they pushing the odds so hard? Was just in Rio, colored up twice. Fun place to play, pretty chill, cool. off the strip a little bit, right? Yep. Do we don't always strikes me as weird conceptually just for making the opposing bets. I know you can alter it as you go, but it's just weird to me. Yeah, some people just are not hedge bettors, so they'd rather go one way or the other and just go with it. Ever played card craps in California? No. I have at other places like Oklahoma before they had dice, but pass line only if you're shooting. Browns are taking it this year. Heard it here first. Did you put a bet on the Browns though? The number's not as good now, but if you did it at the end of last season, you could have got a pretty good number for that. Could you please do a video on all the lingo players use to make different bets? As a new player, I hear so many and try to follow, but I can't pay too much attention while I'm playing. That's a good idea. It's actually regional. Some people call different things, but yeah, I could probably do something on general. Any new hats? No, my hats are all dried up. No one's sending me hats anymore, so I'd love to shout you out with a hat, but they're not being sent anymore. Is laying the 4 and 10 good to cover inside across? If you hit some inside numbers and then you 7 out and get paid on the 4 and 10, sure. If you roll in the 4 and 10s while you have them laid, no. It's just like any, I mean, there's no good answer. It's gambling. Kilso. Or kill SEO, I don't know what it is. Let me know, casino lets you take a comeback down. I'm going to go there and max the bet. Yeah, exactly. Jay, get your Browns hat on. I actually have no Browns hats. I have Indians hats, Cavs hats, and I really don't care for the other sports as much. Like football and the Cleveland Browns is my thing. And I have tons of shirts and everything, but no hats for whatever reason. I need to get a helmet. You know, I want to get a real helmet, like the $300 helmets. Colorado Crappers is in the house. What's up? Nice to see the live streams. Where have you guys been? Shame, shame, shame. I'm just kidding. I liked your content, though. Let's make some more videos. Is it still a good bet to lay odds on the don't pass if I'm not laying maximum odds? Yes, any amount of odds you lay lowers the house edge, same as it does on the pass line. So, do you recommend the 5-count rule on random rollers? No. The 5-count rule doesn't make sense to me. Why not do the 2-count roll or the 10 or the 50 count? I will say anytime you are not betting, you're not losing money, so that's a good way to go about it. But you wait the 5 count and then you make a bet and then you lose. What's the, you know, I don't understand the theory behind that. It's based off of a fallacy, a gambler's fallacy, in my opinion. Why don't we see people buying the 5 and 9 more instead of placing? Isn't 2-to-1 better than 7-to-5? It is. The house edge is real close, and most casinos will not let you. Our bubble craps odds different to the live table ones? Like, is there a disadvantage? There's no disadvantage to bubble craps. In my opinion, there's advantages to it because you can bet lower. Sometimes you'll find $1 and $3 tables, and they will pay you properly because they can pay in pennies. So, like, you don't have to bet $6 on the 6 and 8. You can bet $2, and they'll apply the appropriate amount and change. Right, 3-to-2. So yeah, it's real close, but the house edge is higher. But yeah, most casinos won't allow you just because it doesn't make sense. You should buy. I make a video on buy bets. I cover the specifics. The 4 and 10, you always want to buy. The 5 and 9, it only makes sense if the VIG, the $1 charge per $20, is after the outcome. So if you have to pay the vig up front, never buy the 5 and 9. It only makes sense and is better than a place bet if you pay the vig after a win only. And again, most casinos just don't, that's not the case for most casinos, so they don't even allow you to do that. Do dealers call you George? Well, I do have to, because of my, I don't know, not my popularity, but I feel like I have to tip better. I'm a small gambler though, so I don't know if they consider George a big player and a big tipper. Normally it's just a good tipper. I tip good, usually in relation to my bankroll, just because I don't want someone bad-mouthing, hey, Color Up played at my table and what a stiff. So usually I have to make sure I have enough money to tip the dealers. I'm surprised AI hasn't figured out the most optimal strategy. That's because there is no optimal strategy in craps. It's the lowest house edge is the don't with maximum odds continuously. So I guess you would say that's the most optimal, but again, that, you know, you can't play that way if your bankroll is not huge. There's a lot of different factors, and again, it doesn't guarantee any wins, so it depends on how the session with the dice rolled. But mathematically, that is the optimal strategy. So the AI can't figure out the optimal because if you gave them a sequence of numbers, the 3, the 7, the 9, the 8, the 6, the 10, you know, you gave them a sequence, AI could tell you how you should have bet. They can't tell you how to bet in the future because nobody knows what the dice are going to be. Dominator make good practice tables. Is it true in California they use cards than dices? They're not allowed to base the outcome off of dice. They have to use cards. So a lot of the tables do use dice. So they roll a number or they roll a color, but those dice don't determine the result. All the dice do in California is they determine which cards are flipped over. So there might be 1 through 36 cards with different you know, pictures of dice on them, or sometimes it's just cards 1 through 6, a red and a blue card, and you flip them over. But a lot of places do allow you to do dice, but they have nothing to do with the outcome. All they do is determine which cards are flipped over. Lane answered that. Gabriel, you got me hooked ever since I saw your How to Play Craps video. Awesome. Hooked is good, addicted is bad. Whoa, it's been over an hour. Okay, I gotta shut this thing down. House Money, thanks for teaching so many how to play craps. I'm in Biloxi now. Gonna be testing some of mine and your strategies for real. House Money, check out his channel. Think about coming to New England? Yes, hopefully soon in New Hampshire. Do you recommend the fire bet? No, I do not. But if you have fun with it, do it. Is it mandatory to play max don't odds or just recommended? Yeah, the dealers might recommend it. Mathematically, it is best to play max. If the bankroll, you don't have it, don't even worry about it. Don't play any odds. Ever played in Oregon? No. How long have you been playing? A few years. Do you win or lose an average? Lose. It's a losing game. Color Up today, thanks to you. Coming from New Jersey. Awesome, Adam. How many 7-outs would make you walk away from the table? Well, I don't know. I guess depending on how many... If I have a bankroll for 10 shooters, 10 would make me walk away. But if 7s are coming on the come out and I'm winning, I'm fine with that. Every other week, okay? Vote for every other week. Ah, man. Okay, and it just scrolled down a bunch more questions. So, let me start the, I don't know. Boy, there's so many questions here. Do you guys want me to stay on here and answer these questions, or should I shut her down? It's been an hour. says I have 77 of you out there watching. That's a lot of you guys. Have you witnessed the dice sliding across the table? No. I've seen an article. Some guys got caught doing it. Jail time. Enjoyed your videos before. Produce more. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm trying to produce as many as I can. Why doesn't the state of Florida allow table games? It just has to do, the Native American casinos have big lobbying, and actually big places like Disney World, they actually got involved in it a little bit, and they don't want gambling to take away from their entertainment dollar. So it's all politics and stuff. So yes, stay. Michael, thanks. I'm down at the bottom. I need to go back up. And Justin, I'll skip around. Maybe I'll just skip around. Hoping to meet up this fall in Black Hawk. Been practicing your favorite strategy so far. Pretty good. All right, so awesome. Shout out from Houston. Nice. How much of a difference does the minimum don't pass edge make over the pass in the long run? Very little, because it's 1.41% versus 1.36%. So the difference is, was that 0.05 So you're talking like a nickel per $1,000 or something like that. Is that? I don't know if my math's right there. I'm up in Greeley. Say hello from a fellow person in Colorado. Again, anyone wants to get on my local Colorado list, email me, let me know that you're local, and I'll put you on my local Colorado list. When I do go down to Black Hawk or Cripple Creek, I'll shoot you guys an email. Thanks, Warren. Says he loves the channel. Do you know anywhere I can play craps online? Not legally. You're not allowed to play online that I know of in America. So all the sites are offshore. So buyer beware. David says, heading to Vegas in October, sporting the Color Up t-shirt. Plan on deploying the 75 don't come strategy and maybe move to an iron cross. Fingers crossed, man. Hey, good luck on coloring up in Vegas, and I appreciate you getting a shirt. That's awesome. If I make multiple come bets, do I have to only leave one on or all of them on, even if there are now more ways to win than lose? If you make a come bet, it stays on. So if you keep making come bets and you have all the numbers, you do have more dice combinations to win. Let's say you have a come bet on the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. You have more combinations to win than the 7. But on the next roll, there are more ways to roll a 7 than any of those bets. So 7 rolls, you lose all your bets. But yeah, you can't pull a come bet down. So what's the best position to shoot the dice from? I don't know. You'd have to ask dice setters. What's your favorite Black Hawk casino? From Aloha Mike. I'm trying to work out a partnership with Saratoga, so Saratoga is my favorite. Let's skip around here a little bit. You've helped me be more confident in my play. Took 300 the other day and walked out with 955. Way to color up, Michael. That is a sweet score. Bird Dog. So is Bird Dog the guy who goes to the casino with you? I think you mentioned that. I don't remember, but... All right, guys, like I said, I'm probably going to, I'm going to take off. It's been 70 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out. I think I will slow down on these and maybe do 1 or 2 a month, see how that goes. It might be a little more interesting. I don't know. It's really fun to chat with you guys. But yeah, it's a little, okay, Trenton, $5 super chat. I play at a casino that only has a $2 table. Does that change anything in your favorite strategy? Let me think about that, Trenton. I appreciate the super chat, by the way. That is awesome of you. $5 tip. Let's see, $2. So you go $2 on the pass. The trick is the place bets because they'll round down on you. So you probably still need to be playing $5 and $6 place bets. I'd have to do the math, but you're probably going to have to do $5 and $6 place bets to, otherwise you're going to get rounded down and shorted. So a $2 table, probably with my favorite strategy, is not going to help you any. If anything, you know, you're only playing your parlaying or doubling up on the pass, starting at only $2. So I would say it's not great at a $2 table. If you're playing something that is a little more pass and come oriented, and then adding odds, I would say $2 is awesome. Where are you at, by the way, Trenton, with a $2 table? That's sweet. But anything that involves place betting, you're going to get shorted. So you need to be making the $5 bet because they pay 9 to 5, 7 to 5, and then 7 to 6. So in the 6 and 8, you need the $6. So probably not helpful to have a $2 table unless you're playing like the line bets with odds. I was the shooter and threw for 62 minutes straight. Did the press and regress? That is super sweet. I think the record, I say I'm going to do a video of it on it. The record is 4 hours and 18 minutes, 154 rolls. So you're almost there. North Dakota. Okay, cool. Is that, no, South Dakota. I'm thinking of Deadwood. I want to go there. It looks like a really cool town, but okay, $2 table in North Dakota. That's cool. Yeah. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I've started only playing the 6 and 8 for $12 each, and then 2 hits, collect and press. Yeah, Michael, that's real similar to how I play. You know, I like to get a couple winning. Best way to do that, in my opinion, is that 6 and 8. Regressing is a great way to play, but with winnings, I do like to press and get going from there. And then come bets, just go. I don't know. I like what you're doing there. All right. Like I said, I'm probably going to slow this down. Not every week. Slow it down a little bit so I can get more actual dice content out to you. I think it's a little more entertaining. I know a lot more people watch it. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let's see. Did we get any more? I think we just got one super chat. Yeah. Trenton, again, appreciate the super chat. You should do a low roller $2 table strat. That's interesting. It's not going to apply to very many people. Not many people get that opportunity. But yeah, I'll think about it. I'll put it on my list. Let me write it down on my list right now. All right, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by tonight. I got to stop saying Hopefully I didn't say all night. Anyway, I've got the videos filmed. I just need to edit them for, probably going to come out Thursday and Friday because it's kind of like a two-parter. I'm just going to put them back to back. But I'll see you next, whenever I come to live stream, I'll advertise it and you should see it. Join me in my next live stream. But again, I'm probably going to go twice a month, maybe once a month. I don't know. I haven't figured that out. I'll let you know. Thanks for stopping by tonight. And wherever you guys are at, I know we got all over the country represented. Puerto Rico's represented. I mean, I guess that's still America. But yeah, we got a lot of place represented. I appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. And until next time, good luck on coloring up. Let's see. Oh, a lot of you guys are subscribers. I noticed only 10% of the subscribers have the bell notification turned on. So a lot of times I get comments from regular viewers. They don't know that I put out a video, and it's because they're not being notified. So make sure you go to my channel, hit the bell notification so YouTube lets you know, because otherwise they just randomly show you when I have a new video. They don't show all my videos. So hit the bell notification, and yeah. So again, good night, everyone.